Do you know what day is today? Today is the second day for the debate competition, so let's go! And good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the organizing committee, we are pleased to welcome all of you to our class who is responsible for this debate competition for the second day. So without wasting any time, I would like to invite our speaker for today, which is Mr. President Warwick Jun. You may have a seat, sir. Next, I would like to invite the affirmative side to take their places. I would also like to invite the negative side to take their places. Both sides need seats. Next, I would like to invite our judges for today. Judges need seats. Okay, first of all, I would like to introduce to all of you the judges for today. The first judges who sit in the middle is Tash Vina, who is as a head judges. Then the person sit left to her is Nurul Ain, which is judges 2, and last but not least, Nur Balkis as the judges number 3. Okay, and the timekeeper for today is Nur Azrin. And before I hand over to the speaker, I would like to say, please bear in mind that we all hope that all the contestants compete in a healthy manner. So, sir?
Very thank you to Mr. Wai. A very good afternoon to teachers, judges, debaters, and all my fellow friends. Now, I will read the rules for the debate competition. Format of debate. Each debating match will consist of 2 teams, one to propose the motion and one to oppose it. The team proposing will be known as the affirmative. The team opposing will be known as the negative. Teams will comprise the following members. Affirmative. First affirmative, second affirmative, and third affirmative. Negative. First negative, second negative, and third negative. Debaters will speak in following order. First affirmative, first negative, second affirmative, second negative, third affirmative, and third negative. Timing. It is the duty of the timekeeper to time all the speeches in each round. The timing of each speech starts at the moment that the members begin with their speaking. Time for speech, substantive speech, 5 minutes. Time signals will be given in the following manner. Substantive speeches. End of first 3 minutes, single round, allowed to ask question. End of last 1 minute, double round. First affirmative, 5 minutes. First negative, 5 minutes. Second affirmative, 5 minutes. Second negative, 5 minutes. Third affirmative, 6 minutes. And third negative, 6 minutes. Once the bell rung twice, debaters have 1 minute's grace period during which they should conclude their speech. After this grace period has elapsed, there will be a continuous ringing of the bell and adjudicators must disregard the rest of the particular speech. Definitions. The definition is the interpretation of the motion as put forward by the first affirmative in his opening remarks. The definition should be reasonable. The definition should state the issue or issues arising out of the motion to be debated. State the meaning of any terms in the motion requiring clarification and display clear and logical links to the wording and spirit of the motion. The negative may only challenge the definition advanced by the affirmative on the basis of one of the above mentioned. conditions and must clearly state which individual condition based upon which is challenging the definition. Challenging the definition. The definition challenge can be made in the speech of the first negative, following a clear statement that the definition is being rejected. The first negative must justify his or her rejection by supplying the grounds on which the original definition has been rejected. If the first negative does not challenge the definition, no other speaker may do so. Manner. Manner refers to the presentation and delivery style of a speaker. The following list represents some of the elements which are or may be subsumed under manner: vocal style, clarity, pronunciation, intonation, and fluency. Language, conversational. Use of not, should not distract, should not derail. Eye contact with audience, gesture, natural and appropriate. Stance, marking the debate. At the end of every debate, each adjudicator must complete their adjudication forms. Marks will be given based on 5 criteria: organization and clarity, use of arguments, use of examples and facts, use of rebuttal, presentation style. Now, the first affirmative may start your speech.
Good afternoon to the respected speaker, caution timekeeper, honorable judges, member of the overseas, and members of the floor. Before I put forward my case today, I would like to define today's motion. This House believes that men are better in decision-making roles than women. According to the Longman Dictionary of Contemporary English, decision means a choice or a judgment that you make after a period of discussion or thought. In short, our motion today is defined as men always better in making decisions than women. Today, I, as the Prime Minister, will be the first speaker of the government side and will present my first point. Today, we the government strongly believe with the motion. Men are better in decision-making roles than women. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, why I agree with the motion, men are better in making decision roles than women is because men tend to think logically and practically while women think emotionally. Men always make decisions based on rationality in any situation, while women will aim to decide with their own mood and even surrounding atmosphere. Men are believed that resolute and decisive, and women are so irresolute and hesitant. According to Carroll School researchers report, men are more prefer extreme option, while women are more likely than men to seek compromise in negotiation. That's according to a study in Journal of Consumer Researchers that finds compromise almost always occur among two decision makers when one of two are female, but hardly ever when the pair of decision makers are male. Co-researcher Kristina Nikolova, the Colin Circumstantial Assistant Professor of Marketing at Boston College, Carroll School of Management says, when men are present of the other man, they feel the need to prove their masculinity. Men tend to push away from compromise option because it is consistent with the feminine norms. On the other hand, feminism is a more like trait, so that is why both male partners tend to prefer an extreme option when making decisions together. Nikolova and Lemerton conduct 4 experiments with 1,204 students at QUS universities, and a 5th experiment using 676 online participants. The study involves different pairs, a man and a woman, 2 women and 2 men. They make decisions on purchase of items including electronic gadgets, daily suppliers, luxury, as well as on issues such as what price to seek in a lottery and whether to buy risky or safe stock with corresponding high and low returns. According to the report, no matter what the product is, it's shown the same effects. The compromise effect basically emerges in any case when there is a woman. When there is a man choosing together, tendency of pushing away from compromise option and select one of the extreme options. Says two men are choosing a car, and the car they are considering differ on safety and fuel efficiency. When making decisions, men take action that are maximally different from feminine norms, which prioritize moderation, and maximally similar to masculine norms, which prioritize extremity. Therefore, men who exhibit high social dominance make faster and better decisions than women who exhibit low dominance. As a conclusion, we the government strongly agree that men are better making decisions than women. Thank you.
Thank you for the first affirmative of the speech. Now, the first negative may start your speech.
Let's go!
Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon to the Speaker of the House, the respected government teams, judges and audiences. So today, we are going to discuss the segment saying that women, that men, that men are better in decision-making roles than women. The first speaker for the affirmative put forward an argument that men are think logically while women think emotionally. Whilst our team does not doubt that women are one of the best examples in decision-making. We argue that this is a logical development as women are master and more professional to improve and enhance the needs of men and children. In fact, I would like to cite a study which found from Senator Kristen Gillibrand of New York said that if we want to fix the gridlock in Congress, we need more women. Women are more focused on finding common ground and collaborating. But there's another reason that we had benefit from more women in positions of power, and it's not about paying nicely. Neuroscientists has uncovered evidence suggesting that when the pressure is on, women bring unique strengths to decision making. So, women is not simply to compare with others, as women has added and contributed greatly to the development of religion, culture and ease of lifestyle that we have today. You can find ball-winning women who are making a difference all over the world, from Oprah Winfrey, Michelle Obama, Angela Merkel, Ellen Johnson, Sirleaf to Serena Williams. There are many of them. These are women are making things happen. Today, we are from negative team truly oppose this motion, as we stand that men are not better in decision-making roles than women. So now, I'm gonna move on to my opinion on how women are better in decision-making roles than men. So first, we need to say that women are better in decision-making roles as the women have the ability to think overall in decision-making from A to Z, while men just do and think what is in front of his eyes. The study, which was published this week in the International Journal of Business Governance and Ethics, was conducted by Chris Barr, Professor of Strategic Management at the DeGroote School of Business at McMaster University. They proved that there are more than 600 board directors showed that women are more likely to consider the rights of others and to take a cooperative approach to decision making. This approach translates into better performance for the companies. In addition, they also found that male directors, who make up 75% of the survey sample, prefer to make decisions using rules, regulations, and traditional ways of doing business or getting along. while female directors, in contrast, are less constrained by these parameters and are more prepared to rock the boat in better than male counterparts. It is clearly proved that women have their own ability to do everything in the right way, and also at the end of the day, they get others trusted. Globally, women make up approximately 9% of corporate board memberships. Arguments for gender equality, quotas, and legislation have done little to increase female representation in the boardroom, despite evidence showing that their presence has been linked to better organization performance, higher rates of return, more effective risk management, and ever lower risk of bankruptcy. So, with all the proof that I already stated, we disagree with the statement said that men are better in decision-making roles than women without any doubt. Thank you.
GWODJOB! Good job! Good job! Good job!
Good job!
For her speech. Now, the second affirmative may start your speech.
AFFIRMATIVE, effort or effort, affirmative.
Alright, a very good afternoon to respectful speaker, judges, and fellow negative. Okay, first of all, we from the government completely and strongly agrees that men are better at making decisions than women. My first point here is, women, when they think about something, when they make their decision, they will tend to think back about the decision that they make. So, this will result in trouble in groups or between friends when a decision is made, but she suddenly changed her mind. This also will affect the daily basis of the woman. Whether, for example, in the morning, you want to wear this blouse, for example, but after you wear the blouse and go to work or go to school, you will start regretting what you wear at that day. And then you will start thinking, what if I wear this one at that morning? It will be better. And this will continue all day long.
No.
So, I'll continue with my second point here, which is, in the recent study in Washington University School of Medicine back in February 4th, 2019, not long ago, this study shows that women's brain are 3 years younger than men's. The times were differently in women's and men's brain. While our brain tends to shrink with age, but men's diminish faster than
Negative!
this will make men's brain are more mature in making decisions than women. We can take example from our own country. In the politics, most of the politics people are men. We rarely see women. And in our government.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Affirmative too.
Let me finish my point first. Thank you very much. We can also see this in our government, where most of the Prime Minister and the Minister are men and not women.
Yes.
This is because when making decisions about the worldwide state, the country, the politics, the economy, men's decisions are way better than women. This is a proof because most of our minister is men. Yes?
Just now, affirmative two said that for your example, you said that women think back and it brings trouble. Just like change her mind for the last time to make Okay, for me, when women change her mind for the lifetime, that's not mean that women are not better in decision making, but women want to make a better decision for her. So, what
Let
is it
me
like?
let me oppose that. When we are making decision, for example, in a crisis, we need a fast decision that will bring positivity to all of us. When a woman have made a decision in this crisis, and after that she want to change because she saw, I supposed to choose this rather than this, that will cause a lot of problem, because in a time of crisis many people will start to panic. But when man makes decision, well, they will think overall and they can think faster and more mature in making decision and making the solution for the problem in that crisis. That is why men are better at making decision than women. And from all the points that I stated just now, we from the government are strongly agrees that men are better at making decision than those women. Thank you very much.
Affirmative.
Thank you for the second affirmative for his speech. Now, the second negative may start your speech.
Good afternoon, Mr. Speaker, respected judges, teachers, staff, and students. Okay, the topic for our debate is men are better in decision making roles than women. We, the negative team, believe that this statement is false. So, the second speaker for the affirmative team has tried to tell that women think that on making decision and easy to change their mind. But this is wrong because men is only use their alpha male characteristic to direct others and lead, while this might be good in one way, but they still can't be able to do in teamwork without which a company can't move forward. So, but women would like to work in a team, share their views and ideas, and find a solution for the problem, which will be in the favor for all of the team members. And women don't like liability things in their life. So, as for our first speaker has already stated that women are better in decision making roles, as women have the ability to think overall in everything from A to Z. So today I will be talking to you about why women are better in decision making roles. So my first point is women are better at management. Women have been managing home from ages. They know how to spend and save money even when money is scarce. Somewhere it has also been seen in the past few years that women make better managers. It is because they know how to efficiently handle resources, how to allocate them, and how to maintain a balance. So this is because most of the women go to the to-do list approach, which makes them a pro at planning things out and scheduling as well. And most of the women, and most of the men go to cross the bridge when it comes to approach, but often doesn't work in their favor. So women possess many traits that qualify them as better managers in the eyes of their co-workers and subordinates. They are a lot more considerate of people working under them, and they also have the zeal to grow along with others in an organization. So move on to my second point is women can motivate others. Motivating others is a quality that not all possess, but women in general are motivators. Women have detective quality hidden in their which often comes out when in it. They know very well of what motivates you and what triggers your fears. This way, they easily come up with ideas to encourage and motivate you. So this is because most of the women deal with emotion better, while men have a phobia when it comes to emotions. Women can easily take charge of situations where employees lack the zeal to work and energize them up, fill them up with confidence and motivate them to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So in addition, a woman reveals that people working under women are more engaged than those under men. So the speakers, the judges, students, and effective start. I strongly oppose that statement based on my thoughts. So, as Margaret Thatcher said, if you want something said, ask men. But if you want something done, ask women. Thank you.
Go negative.
Yeah!
Thank you for the second negative for the speech. Now, the third affirmative may start the speech.
1, 2, 3. Affirmative.
Once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you start having positive results. With that, good afternoon to the respected speaker, cautious timekeeper, honorable judge, member of the negative teams, and students and teachers. The topic of our debate is that men are better making decision roles than women. We are the affirmative team, believe that this statement is 100% true. According to the first negative speaker, woman position in the CEO will give them great encouragement to the workers to do their work, and salary pay is very good. But according to me, when a woman didn't like the worker and the emotion start playing an important part in their lives, they will fire the worker immediately. And do you think it's rational and empathy to the worker to get fired like that? It is not. And it is entirely opposite to the man. Then man will be taking decisions according to the facts, and they will how the worker will work with them, and the balanced work will define their fire. And one more thing, the woman get inspired by the man first. If you know, in the era before this, the man is the one who achieved everything first, not the woman. Yes. As the first affirmative said, men think to logically and practically, while women think emotionally. Are women more emotional than men? Yes, they are. Women tend to speak or think emotionally than men. From an evolutionary perspective, it is likely in a meta-analysis of sex differences in the feeling of moral emotions, women tended to experience more negative thoughts than positive thoughts. So, for an example, more guilt, shame to a lesser degree embarrassment. In a cross-cultured study of 37 nations, women tended to report more negative emotionality. In a society anxiety across culture, find women are universally higher than men. That is, 18 nations have stated that. Do you agree with that or disagree with that? This statement is true and from the internet and public, from the global university and universal. For your information, negative teams, for decades, brain scientists have noticed that on average, male brains tend to have higher total brain volume than females. In a new study, a team of researchers led by the psychologist Stuart Richard, a postdoctoral fellow at the University of Edinburgh, turned to a data from UK Biobank ongoing a long-term biomedical study of people living in the United Kingdom with 500,000 enrollees. A subset of those enrolled in the study underwent brain scan using MRI. In 2,750 women and 2,466 men, Ritchie and his colleagues examined the volume of 68 regions within the brain, as well as the thickness of the cerebral cortex. The brain wrinkly outer layer, thought to be important in consciousness, language, memory, perception, and other functions. In that stats, men had higher brain volumes, then in every subcortical region they look at including hippocampus, thalamus and amygdala. It is which includes making decisions role and to be confident with their memory. As we can see, man is the ruler of the most of the thing in this universe. You cannot say that is untrue, my negative thing. Then men become more eager to take risks, while women, their heads will swivel to the risk. And it's 100% true to me. When men get a task, they will search for the facts and data. They tend to take bigger risks to solve a problem. But women will easily get distracted with their emotion and will get started stressed out. In the end of the day, they cannot achieve anything without a company. This is because of their emotionally thinking of their mind. But now we can see man is beholder of everything. I would like to add that when shopping also, like my second speaker has said, women shopping also, the women will overthink about their dress or whatever they're getting in the shopping mall. So in conclusion, as I stated before, men are the best making decision roles than women. Everything on nearly all men, as stated, all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man character, give him the power. By power, he can lift everything in this universe. Thank you. That's all. Oh my God.
Thank you, that's affirmative for her speech. Now, the third negative may start your speech.
Go negative! Go negative!
Good afternoon, everyone. We as the negative team do not stand with the motion. My groupmate and me strongly believe that women are better in decision-making rules than men. As what affirmative team say, men are better in decision-making roles than women. It shows that men are respected as decision makers more than women, especially in the workplace, largely because there is this cultural belief that women are incapable of making smart choices at work. Like what affirmative 2 said, women taking too long deciding what to wear each day, but where are the similar ones? Looking into how long men take to choose a new car. We gather the best information we can. We weigh potential costs against potential gains, and then we choose how to act. But add stress to the situation, we too, both women and men begin to part ways. The closer the woman got to a stressful event, the better their decision making become. Stressed women tend to make more advantageous decisions, but not so for the stressed men. The closer the time got to zero, the more questionable the man's decision making become, risking a lot for the slim chance of a big achievement. Many researchers found that when people under stress, men become more eager to take risks. Thus, women are better than men in decision making. A female boss is more likely to ask the... Can I finish my point first? A female boss is more likely to ask the opinions of those around her when making a choice. Women ask for input, which has been shown to help you make better decisions. However, this is often seen as a weakness rather than a strength. I am very sure that most of your houses, the decision will be taken by your mom instead of your father. This is because usually fathers will think for a solution by mentally only, while mothers think for a solution by mentally, emotionally and physically. That's the reason why women are better in decision making rules. than men. For example, the decision maker in my house itself is my mother. It's not that my father isn't good in decision making, but my mother decision will always right and accurate. And in conclusion, I do not stand with the motion, and I'm very sure that women are better than men in decision making. That's all from us. Thank you.
You stated that your father isn't good, not good as your mother. But do you agree that your mother, when buying a thing, your mother is the most making decision rules than your father?
Yep.
You said that your father is also not good, not poor at making decision rules. Then you agree to us that men are better than making decision rules than women. You agree to this statement.
Please repeat the question.
My question is that your father, you said that your father are poor at making decision rules than women. And do you agree to our statement that men are better making decision rules than women? And one more thing is, when you buy a car and color, that is biggest thing that you ever buy. Then the clothes, it's a random thing that all of the gender we wear. So I think that statement isn't true enough. Thank you.
Okay, it's not like that. Okay.
Go, Sharvi, go!
Can do it.
Okay, as what I said, my father isn't good. I mean, isn't good in decision making. And yeah, I know it's a big thing compared to the clothes. But still,
Then you agree to our statement, man is better making rule decision than woman.
No, I'm
Yes.
telling, even man takes a lot of time to take a decision. It's not like a woman.
Go, Sharky, go! Go, Sharky, go! Go, Sharky, go!
Yeah, that's all from me. Thank you.
Good job, good job, good job!
Thank you for the third negative for his speech. Now, the debate session is the end. Each debater, please sit on your place patient and wait patient and read the
For your